with that time's yours.
Andy, how much do you anticipate Tyreek doing in practice today? Also, how to look forward to?
Yeah, so they'll both practice. Yeah,
Full or?
yeah, they'll practice it.
What did you make of the Raiders' performance at the Jets? That was a little out of character to be that far gone. It just a bad day for them?
Well, we know what kind of team they are, so we got to make sure that we prepare ourselves, for a good football team.
With Kendall Fuller, how much of the last couple of weeks was just trying to manage him so that maybe he could play without such a big cast,
Yeah.
which I know we kind of saw at practice before the Charger game?
Yeah, that was a part of it, for sure. Just want to make sure he can function and not put himself in a bind. So he's feeling pretty good right now, and I think that'll help. I mean, this is kind of a second go around with it too. So he tried to power through the last time, and this time I think just getting it settled where he feels good with it, I think, is important.
Coach, with Damian Williams not practicing today, I know you recently signed Elijah McGuire. How much of that was because of Williams, and what do you like about McGuire? I know he was one of your 60 formal interviews back in 2017.
Yeah. So he's kind of interchanged the practice squad with different guys. He's kind of rolled it. And this wasn't as much about our running backs. I mean, we feel pretty comfortable with our running backs and that, but it's more to give him. We liked him, and so give him an opportunity, see what he can do, and then I guess if we needed him, we could do that. He doesn't know the offense right now, so.
When you think back to that time in 2017 during the interview process, what do you remember about him that stood out?
Yeah, so, and I've gone back and looked at tape on him too, on that Herbie. So I think he's a strong runner, real strong core runner, and he's got good feet vision. I think he would be a nice fit in this offense down the road somewhere. He does some of the things that I think are important for this offense.
Andy, something to follow up on from Monday. You sort of mentioned the mental aspect that Trevor Ford has had to sort of go through from being a guy on the, learning the system, playing special teams, being a starter, having some playoff experience, and then obviously going through the full year as a starter. Just as a head coach, is that one of the more understated enjoyments of coaching, is seeing a player not only just physically do it, but have the mental capacity to sort of understand the bigger picture, and especially playing that position?
Yeah, so and you see that with some defensive players, wide receivers, you see it. But I think what they learn, and this is where having a real good special teams coach helps. So for those guys that are young and they learn the speed of the game, they learn angles.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're in the secondary playing, that's such a big part of it. Well, you learn that on special teams. Receivers, same type of deal. Learning how to play in space. And your awareness, the speed of the game, I think are all things that you can pick up. And Tobe stresses all that stuff. So you get it same way with linebackers; they get a feel of that, and that can take a young guy and help grow him without him taking defense or offensive reps. And so when they have an opportunity, they can show a little bit.
Andy, anything over the bye week that you wanted to look at from a schematic standpoint that you said you might want to kind of try to clean up or change coming into the last bye week?
The thing I mentioned Monday was just penalties. I mean, fixing those. I mean, that's something we can work on. And the other things, there are other things, but I'm not going to get into those. But, the one that really jumps out at you is just taking care of the penalties. And so that's your fundamentals and discipline, those kind of things. And there's a point where if a guy gets an edge on you, you don't want to snaggle him and grab him. And so you got to discipline yourself not to do that. As easy as it is to do, whatever position it is, we've had them all over the place. So, you got to discipline yourself and then work your feet and get angles on things.
Couple more guys.
You're 17-3 coming off the bye. What was making that stat that impressive?
Yeah, I have no idea. To be honest with you, I don't know that. I didn't know that number. I know that I've been asked that before, but I wasn't sure of the number. But I don't know. I don't know that.
Anything you've learned as a coach that might help the players maybe not feel as much pressure and give them some time off, or what's been the?
Yeah, well, I've always given them time off. Now the league that you're told to do that now. So, but I've always done that, and so it's not, that part's not. I don't know. I don't know that. I just want you want to make sure you're on to the next game. So those are loaded questions. That you got to take care of business right now. So.
It seems so rare to see the passing offense a little bit out of sync like it was Monday in Mexico. Is there anything, and maybe that builds a little bit off that penalty question, is there anything?
Yeah, so this is where I think some penalties get into, can get the way. You took your first 3 series, so we had penalties on the second, third drive, you had interception on the second drive. So normally, when we're playing, normally we do okay first 2-3 drives. You're normally coming out, we got no points. It was, and we shot ourselves in the foot. So you go back and you look at it as a coach. Am I calling the right things? Are we executing it the right way? And that's how you analyze it. So the week before, even though we had 500 and how many ever yards, to be penalties, you get down the red, you get a touchdown taken away. You can't do those things, right? So you got to make sure that you answer that and get that fixed. So what the question of what. So, you take care of that, and it's a little more smooth of an operation.
Last 2, Nate, then Adam.
Andy, some veteran guys come into this team at the middle of the year. Some guys, play better than others. Just what have you seen from Mike Pennell that has allowed him to sort of be more seamless, it appears, at least to us, in terms of his production the moment you brought him in?
Yeah, listen, he's a big kid, so he's strong physically. He wants to get in there and play. I mean, he's went to a smaller school and he's achieved at this level, and he's got a good way about him. I mean, he's very into every practice, every snap, which I think is important. That would be what jumps out at me, and he's done a solid job in there. So that's why we felt comfortable putting him in. Yeah.
Last one, Adam.
Andy, Sammy Watkins had that big game down in Jacksonville and hadn't been as productive since. What's happened to him, and how do you get him back maybe to being more productive?
Yeah, so I really liked his production last week. I mean, he really helped us there. I mean, some of those moves that he made a couple times, one of which was on his brother, I think. And I mean, I thought he came off a really nice game. And then I think it's just being healthy from there. So he's feeling pretty good right now. And so, just keeping him in that spot, I think, is important.
All right, thank you.
Right? Yep.